Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everyday Health, your go to podcast where we talk about simple and practical ways on how to navigate life. My name is Vivian, and I'm your host today. Today, we are going to talk about myths regarding pregnancy. You see, when you become pregnant, all of a sudden, everyone has an opinion. Everyone knows. They tell you, do not do this, do not do the other. Today, we are going to address all of those concerns. We are going to find out what is safe and what is not safe. With me today is Miss Sharon, who is a physiotherapist, and she's going to clear the confusion. You're most welcome.
Thank you, Vivian.
Yes, so for starters, what is a myth?
A myth, to me, I would explain it as a society fact, but in reality, it's not a fact. That's what a myth can be. Yes.
So, Sharon, you'd look at mothers having a lot of ideas, and everyone is a mini doctor. Everyone is telling them this and this is not right. You should eat a lot of food. So, how would you go about that for a person that has been told you have to eat a lot
Yeah.
because you're eating for two?
Yeah. So, Vivian, I'm so glad that we're having this conversation because we have a lot of mothers, especially the first time mothers. They get so confused. We have our beloved mothers, and mothers in love. They always have a lot to say about pregnancy. So, you can find a woman has just conceived maybe for their first child, and then they are telling her, please eat a lot of food, eat this, eat matoke, eat. They are trying to pile a lot of food on her plate.
You should drink a flask of porridge.
Some even they tell them to take a flask of porridge.
Yes, a full flask.
Yeah. But imagine a full flask of like 3 cups or 4 cups. How can you even take it? And you have to add juice, water, and all these things. So the thing is, first of all, you need to understand this person. How do they stand with their appetite? Some people are just low eaters and maybe they are good at taking fluids. So whatever you can take easily, what you have to understand is pregnancy. You need to have a balanced diet. Ensure that your food has carbohydrates, which are the normal foods like matoke, sweet potatoes, cassava, and all that. And then your food has to have proteins. That is the source that we really term as sauce. For example, beans or anything. And we need to have the carbohydrates, the vegetables. Those are usually the greens, and then buga, those things that we add onto the food, plus fruits. So as a pregnant mother, what you have to understand is ensure that your food has all these food nutrients so that we can have it balanced. So the quantity, it matters on just of how much you can take in. Now imagine if for a person who used to eat maybe, let me say, half a plate, and you're here pregnant, your mother is telling you, please eat a full plate. Will you really manage it?
No,
You
I
cannot.
can't.
And remember, in the first trimester, there is a lot going on. Some people lose appetite. Some people have challenges with orders of certain foods during when those hormones are really high. So these are things that we need to really take note of. Though we just have to remind them to take a balanced diet, not force them to take a lot of food.